Hey girls, welcome to today's video. We have two students here from Miss iTicket. We have Cara and Liv. Cara, do you want to start off by introducing yourself a little bit? Tell the camera about you.
Yeah, I'm Cara. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Surrey, but I'm currently studying at Nottingham at the minute.
My name's Liv. I'm 20 years old and I'm currently living in Stockport, which is like a little town near Manchester.
Okay, and how long have you been inside Miss iTicket for?
I think about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I'd say about 2 weeks, maybe coming up 3 weeks. Okay, and how has your journey been inside Miss iTicket so far?
It's been really eye-opening. I never thought that I'd be in the online sales space, let alone Dubai. So it's just like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you were working at the pub before. You've been working there for about a couple of years now, and I feel like before you came out, you had like this big conception that you weren't going to step into the high ticket sales space, right? Because all of us out here are in the online space, and I feel like even before you got on that flight, you were like, it's not my cup of tea. What made you have that mindset shift?
I think just being surrounded by literally everyone here, it's just crazy. Like, they always see the best in everything, like no matter what. They say, oh, I'm going to get there. Like, they're just going to get there. They don't think about it. They don't debate. It's literally, if they want to get there, they will.
Yeah, no, exactly that. And Cara, what would you say? I mean, you've been in the high ticket sales space for quite some time now. I want to say a good few months. Mm-hmm. I feel like you've had such a journey. It's been a good journey, but you've had a lot of mindset shifts. What would you say has been your biggest one?
I think owning my own life, not listening to the opinions of others around me. Obviously, the people I care about, 100% I'll listen to them, but I don't want to be listening to what a boss is telling me to do, you know? So I think stepping into my life every single day, making my own choices, showing up for myself, that's definitely been the biggest mindset shift for me.
Okay, so what was you like before you stepped into the high ticket sales space?
To be honest, I had a very limited mindset, very negative
I feel like
as
a lot
well.
of us did.
Yeah, absolutely. I sort of thought, you know, going to uni, obviously, I absolutely loved that decision, but it was sort of what I felt like I had to do. And getting a job afterwards sort of felt like the traditional route that I had to do. So
that's all they teach you in school.
Exactly. So I think before I was very limited in the sense of I didn't think outside of the box. But when you sort of are in a position where you can make money so freely from your phone, all of a sudden your life is put into your hands and in your world rather than someone else's expectations. I think who you surround yourself with is so important. So at school, sort of also surrounded by quite limited people, you know, not really very aligned with who I wanted to be. But then being here, sort of being surrounded by successful people, you have no choice. You sort of got to catch up, and you do naturally.
Okay, Liv, I have a question for you. What would you tell yourself a year ago? Let's say you're stood at the pub, you could walk up to her. What are you telling your year ago self?
I'd probably tell her not to limit herself to literally anything in the world. If you want to be something, you go and you be that thing.
100 million%.
There is nothing worse than staying in the same position that you know you hate. And even if you don't hate it, you know you don't like it. So why would you stay there? It doesn't make sense at all.
It's that comfortability though. I feel like so many people latch onto it. I feel like I'm such a firm believer on throwing yourself in the deep end. Like, you girls will all get this. Like, when you first stepped into high ticket sales or even just the online space, it is slightly scary, right?
I'm so scared.
You don't get taught it in school.
It was overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, we've only been going through it in the last 3 weeks, and I feel like, but it's important to throw yourself in the deep end, because if you're complacent, that's where comfortability really creeps in, and there's no room for growth in that sort of area in your life. I feel like it is super important to make sure that you're throwing yourself really in the depth of things. I mean, me personally, that's where I've made the most growth. Yeah. What would you tell your younger self if you could go back in a year's time and you could see little Cara standing at that cafe job? What would you tell her?
I would tell her, I'd give her a hug, and then I'd say, learn your limiting beliefs, study them, where did they come from, and scrap them.
Yeah.
I know it sounds so hard, because it's like, how can you scrap it? Like, because you think it's a fact in your head, but it's not a fact. So I used to always think I'm not smart enough. But then I got my A-levels, went to uni, and I've gone my own route. Like, I am smart enough, but I needed to learn where that came from. I know it came from my parents because they have limiting beliefs about themselves. It came down to me.
They get passed along, don't they?
They get passed along. Most of your thoughts won't even be yours.
Yeah.
Tangent. But yeah, learn what they are, scrap them. And another thing I would say is ask yourself, what do you really, truly want from life? And run for that path.
So if the people around you are in a 9 to 5, you know, they work that traditional route.
You are a product of your surroundings.
Exactly
100%.
that. Like, if you surround yourself by 4 local hometown bums as such, where, you know, if they don't want to go travelling, you know, they don't want to succeed in life, you are more than likely going to be the 5th.
You will become that, yeah.
Whereas if you surround yourself by 4 like-minded people who want to go travelling, they want to retire their parents, they want to be able to have that location and financial freedom, whatever it may be, you were going to be the 5th. And I feel like, myself personally, I have gone from surrounding myself by the wrong type of crowd to then now surrounding myself by other like-minded women who do want to thrive to be that best version of themselves. And I feel like the community inside is very, very much like-minded inside Miss I Ticket. Would you say that that's kind of impacted the way that you think?
Absolutely. So we have a little WhatsApp group chat. So obviously we're out in Dubai together now, but we have a WhatsApp group chat. And oh my God, I love it. Like, we have a gym one, a normal one, and the girls will just put in their wins for the day or what they've done for the day. Everyone's hyping each other up, and like, that is just so amazing. Be authentic, stick to your beliefs. You know, you don't have to share it around with them, but yeah, you don't always have to be in that position.
Yeah, I feel like it's super important, especially as a young woman, to not feel like you have to be like everybody else.
Absolutely not, yeah.
I feel like you leave school, or even in the process of school, everybody has the same sort of mind.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to be the same as everyone. Everyone has the same colour hair. Everyone's following the same trends. But be different.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such, like, if I could sit there and tell my younger self something, it would be different.
When you act with authenticity as well, you sort of naturally meet people on your level. So and I always said this to Rihanna. I met Rihanna at a point in my life, it was so crazy, at a point in my life where I was completely acting by myself, but no one in my circle was the same. And then we just sort of like met, and it was like, it felt like it was meant to be, because it was like, this is me in another form. You know, people on your wavelength will find you eventually.
And you will thrive so much better with other like-minded people. And then, how have you found the community? I mean, you've been inside for 3 weeks. What have you felt like it's been like?
I know that I can literally message the group chat about literally anything that I want to, whether it's a win, whether it's I'm going to say loss, but I know that's not the right word, like whether it's a struggle. And at least 5 people will reply at once. Or more, yeah. And I feel like that's one of the most valuable things that you could ever have, especially from a mentorship, like having that community and that guidance, even though you're on the exact same path. Everyone's path is different, even though it's like the same route.
Okay, and Liv, I mean, there is so many, you girls will know everything's online in this day and age. There is so many different opportunities that you could go into in the online space now. What was it about appointment setting that really stuck out to you?
It's definitely a good one to start on, I think. You get to connect with people, you get to learn sales literally in and out without actually having to sell them anything, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have to be this salesy person. You literally just acknowledge what they say, compliment, and you get to ask other questions that are going to allow them to buy the course, basically.
Open up and build that rapport within them.
And I think it's a genuine skill set in itself, and it opens up so many avenues for you. Like, you've got appointment setting, you've got closing.
Open up your own offer.
Yeah, there's so many different routes you can go down.
And I feel like there's so much that you can learn within the offers as well. Like, we've had girls come in who know absolutely nothing about Airbnb, land an Airbnb offer, and then you can really pick up that skill as well. And I think it was Mia who came in, the fitness account that she was actually working on gave her the fitness mentorship course program, whatever it was, for free. So I feel like there's like them slight little perks that you can really learn along the way. Okay, Cara, tell them a little bit about you then. What was it about appointment setting that really stuck out to you?
If I'm completely honest, the timing just aligned perfectly.
Okay.
Like, I was in a place in my life where I was working so much over the summer, and I was so sick of it, like so tired. Like, oh my manager, she hated me. She just hated me. And I was so sick of her. And then it sort of just landed into place. I was sort of researching, you know, a way out. I feel like a lot of people find themselves in that position where they want to find a different avenue. So was researching a different avenue, found it. Everything about it just aligned with me. And I'm a very firm believer that when you act authentic, as I was saying, that the right things come to you. So it sort of felt like I had to do it in a way of, I don't know, it was like this is a leap of faith that I want to and need to take.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you just know it's the right decision.
It was a real like gut feeling of, oh, I need to step into this. This could change my life. And now I'm in Dubai, so I was right.
Okay, it is currently 9:10. Your flight is in the next 2 hours. So what would you say your biggest takeaway is? Like, what are you going to go back to in the UK and feel like you're going to embody the most?
Yeah, it's being able to wake up in the morning and not dread the day. Like, I felt like I was waking up, I had night shifts, so I was waking up late, I was literally doing nothing, doom scrolling, eating like pure crap, and it was just awful.
No, I mean, like, I feel like since you've been here, I haven't really seen you doom scroll once. None of us really do that here. I haven't seen you eat any rubbish, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to treat yourself every now and then, but we've been locked in. How do you feel like that's impacted you?
I feel so much better, you know? Like, genuinely. I was at a point in my life when I was working in the pub in that 9 to 5, like, sort of rota.
Yeah.
I was vaping, I was waking up late, I was eating crap, and I just felt like crap, like, genuinely. Even going to the gym, like, I'd go to the gym once a month, maybe, and just think, this is my time, and then the same thing I'd repeat over and over again. I would still get up late, I would still eat crap, I would still... Even looking in a mirror, it was just like, well, you can always do it tomorrow. But tomorrow's never going to, like... Tomorrow's going to come, but it's never going to be that time.
Yeah, the days are ticking by.
Yeah. Being ready isn't really a feeling, it's a decision for yourself.
100%. 100%. I'm such a firm believer on that, and I'm very, very passionate about it. Okay, and I feel like that sort of brings this video to an end. These girls have to catch a flight soon. But Cara, there is one more question that I want to ask the both of you actually. What would you tell somebody outside of the online space or even outside of appointment setting who's kind of apprehensive of stepping into it?
So I would say that your brain is wired to keep you safe, not successful. So naturally, you are going to be so scared and skeptical of jumping into the online space. I know I was, I know Liv was, a lot of other girls were. So yeah, I feel like so many girls are sort of scared of stepping into the online space because it's so unknown. But it's sort of like, if you knew what was on the other side of that, you'd be running for it. You wouldn't be skeptical at all, you'd be absolutely running for it. So yeah, just remember your brain's wired to keep you safe, not successful. So jump into those uncomfortable situations, and yeah, there's an exciting future ahead if you do.
Okay, and I feel like there's one more thing that kind of links onto that. How would you say you beat that then? Because I feel like so many people do have that mindset of like, what if, or like the unknown.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves like the word if. But how do you feel like you broke past that?
I'm actually the perfect person to ask, because I was when we first met, I was in a very scarcity mindset. I was very like, oh, I don't know, not sure. Honestly, and it's such a simple answer, people are going to not like me for this, got to go for it. You've just absolutely got to go for it. Don't even think about it. Just go for it and you'll be winning.
Shove yourself in the deep end.
Shove yourself in the deep end. If it doesn't work out, at least you know you tried, but it will work out, so that's okay.
No, but I feel like everybody has this conception of successful being completely different to unsuccessful people, but the only thing that's standing in the way that kind of differentiates the two people is continue on pushing through, perseverance.
Absolutely.
And I feel like, again, so many people have that sort of like fear. But if you knew how many times that you had to fail to actually reach that end goal, like if I turn around to you and say, Cara, you're going to be a millionaire or living that life that you want to live, but you have to fail 20 times.
Exactly. Yeah.
You would want to wake up and fail 20 times.
Absolutely. And it's also another thing I would say, if that's okay.
No, of course.
Don't put success above you. Put it right next to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely align with it. What would the most successful version of you do? What would she say? What would she believe?
Embody that woman.
Embody that woman. Step into it. Yeah.
No, 100,000,000%. I feel like you can't be that person if you're not following the right aligned actions. Like if you want to be that Pilates mum driving around in
Just
that,
be it. Like
embody it. Like you can't have a 6-pack if you're living off McDonald's. That's the easiest way to put it, I feel like.
Yeah, Cara, I honestly couldn't agree more. And this is literally what it's like when you surround yourself with like-minded people. Like they literally read your mind in an instant. Because I was thinking the exact same thing. You have to be that person. You literally have to embody her to be her. Like you can't take misaligned actions to become that, because that's not in the path.
No, 100,000,000%. I couldn't agree more. I'm such a firm believer on the fact that you have to embody that person. Again, like if you want something, you have to be taking the right aligned actions to get the right aligned results.
And I think as well, consistency is the best policy for that. If you're consistent with the way you work, the way you are, the more likely that you're going to succeed with that sort of thing.
Just perseverance. You have to continue on pushing through the bad days to get to the good ones.
Yeah, and that's like what you were saying before. The thing that separates a normal person from a successful person is the fact that they tried one more time.
Yeah.
So like you could be the reason that you haven't succeeded. Like you are one decision away.
Literally that. And I feel like, I know I've kind of spoken about a lot of images since this video, but I feel like that little picture where it's like a guy, I think he's digging for like gold.
Oh, diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And he's like chipping. Yeah. He's chipping away. And this person has found loads and loads of little diamonds along the way. This person's been digging for God knows how long and they found nothing. But in the image, you can see that he's literally one little
pickaxe swing away from a massive amount of diamonds.
And that's literally life summed up into a whole. You were one decision away or one more action away from becoming that best version of yourself.
I've got one more point as well. You need to envision yourself in a circle of little light bulbs. And I know this is going to sound silly, but envision that, and every single light bulb around you has the fingerprints of everyone around you. So like linking back to before, you are literally what you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
From a baby, you have no beliefs. So when you're in that state, you need to pick up one light bulb and know that it's the right path for you. And as soon as you do, every other light bulb in that path will literally switch on in an instant.
Yeah, and start lighting up.
Yeah, I've not heard of
And
that.
they will literally, they'll never have anyone else's fingertips on because that's the path that you've chose for yourself. So every time that another light switches on, you know it's the right path for you. You have to strive to get the next light to turn on.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. Actually, I haven't heard of that one before.
That.
Okay, well, that brings this video to an end. I hope you girls enjoyed it. But if you're ready to step into that best version of yourself, I feel like we've spoken a lot about mindset. But if you're ready to become that 2.0 version of yourself and take action like Cara and Liv did, then pop me a message over on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram down below. We can book in a one-to-one call, see if you're a good fit, because as we've kind of spoken about, all of the girls are very, very like-minded, and we do only take on disciplined girls who are actually ready to take action. But if you were one of them, pop me over a message. We'll see if you're a good fit. We can jump on a call and you can step into that best version of yourself.